why Abraham was called, because Abraham is going to be how God gets this Redeemer into the earth to save everyone. There's a lot of misunderstanding out there, and if you go ahead and turn to Romans 9, about, predestination. Does God predestine one to be saved and one to be lost? And I'm very familiar with that, and the Calvinism that isn't inherent to that. So we want to talk about now is transition from the promises made to everyone that a Redeemer is going to come. But when God calls Abraham and makes promises to him, it's not only this overall salvation, but it's how God is going to get salvation, Jesus, into the earth to then save everyone. So that's why Abraham is going to be, that's why the story is going to turn towards Abraham and through Abraham. And you see the Old Testament become very Israel-centric because it's how God is getting Jesus into the earth. It doesn't mean God's changed his mind and Israel is God's chosen people, so God just loves Israel, but he doesn't love somebody born in Siberia, about the same time. We tend to get so focused in the Bible with Israel, but what about somebody who's born 5,000 miles away? Do you think God has a plan for them? Well, of course he does. He wants to reach them. But we get into Israel as God's chosen people because that's how God is getting the seed into the earth. One of the interesting things, I think it's Deuteronomy, where it talks about God gives you the power to get wealth that he may establish his covenant. And, so one of the ways that applies is, yes, that applies to us today, praise God. He wants us to be thoroughly equipped financially to bring this great revival, to spread Jesus's pure gospel in power. Of course, that's what he's saying. But in the Old Testament, that has to do with, he wants Israel, a very strong and powerful nation, financially, militarily, every other way, because they're the ones through whom this seed is coming. Remember, the seed is coming through Abraham. So again, let me be very clear. When it becomes Israelite-centric, it's because that's how Jesus is coming to the earth. Jesus is still coming to save everyone. So as we go through Romans 9, you'll see where Calvinism totally misses it. Romans 9 is not talking about Steve on this side of the street is meant to be saved, but Russell over here on the other side, well, he's not predestined to be saved. That's not what Romans 9 is talking about. Romans 9 only gets very specific with certain people chosen and certain people not chosen, because that's how God is getting Jesus into the earth to then save everyone who chooses to believe.